Hi everybody, Jennifer Hiles here. I guess I've just been further encouraged to kind of update my feelings and what's going on more often, so I guess I'm gonna do that for you here today again. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jennifer Hiles and I was born with an arterial venous malformation. If you would like to go read my story along with pictures from when I was born all the way up to the last few months where I started having really big procedures done, you can go to my page at GoFundMe. It's www.gofundme.com/Jennifer Hiles. I'll put the link below. I really encourage you to go check that out if you haven't done that yet, and if you could, please share it on your media pages, like your Facebooks and stuff. I would really appreciate that because you never know who you're gonna reach. We all have a different group of people, and my main goal here is to find somebody who doesn't know they have an AVM, and it could really help save their life or improve their quality of life, which is what happened to me, so that would be awesome. And I also just need further help for the rest of my life, so just please share it if you can. If you guys would like to add me on my other forms of things, my Snapchat is just Jennifer Hiles, and my Instagram is Jennifer Funk Hiles. You may add me, or you can follow me on my Facebook, but just so everybody knows, it's my actual personal Facebook page. I do not just only post about my AVM there. It's the only Facebook page I have, so I guess some people get frustrated with that and they wish it wasn't like that, but that's just the way it is. So if you want to follow, you can. If not, that's fine. People have asked me if I could get a PayPal account for people who wanted to help me out that way, and I did go ahead and do that, and I'll put my email below to that, but it's hippieskippy7@gmail.com. Okay, I'm just kind of tell you what's been going on since I've been home, and how I've been feeling and all that good stuff. I'm here in my bedroom again, back where the first YouTube video started. I didn't even really expect it to be a YouTube page that I was gonna make. I actually started it just because people were so confused on why what the expanders were for in my head, and so I made a video to put onto my Facebook because it wouldn't upload onto my Facebook, so I uploaded it through YouTube first just so I could put it there. And somehow this happened, which is fine. I'm glad it did, honestly, because it was really nice for me to just go back and kind of look at what I've been through and how far I've come, and I guess at each point in my journey I have different feelings and different thoughts, so it's good to see even though things are hard, the time's gonna pass, everything passes and you will get through it. So that's what I've kind of come across just from my own page. Anyway, we've been home since, I don't know, the 5th, and it's the 28th or something today, 26th today, so we've been home for about 20 days now. Everyone's always asking if we're getting back into the rhythm of life easily, and the answer to that is yes. I was born here in Huron, and I think I moved away when I was 10 and pretty much moved back when I was 16, so I'm pretty used to it here, and it's my home, so yes, it's really easy to be back here. I know who a lot of people are, so I feel really at home here. We've been doing just fine getting back here. I know that I should be resting more, and that's something I'm horrible with. I suck at going to bed, and then I never want to wake up, but then I wake up early, so it's like I'm always lacking sleep. After this video, I'm definitely going to take a nap. My kids are at school and my husband's at work, and I need to catch up on sleep. The first weekend back, we went to Shangri-La in Minnesota. The person who puts it on basically gave us tickets, which was really, really nice. And so we got to go there and we got lots of love and we just got to relax, and it was very necessary, I would say. It made a huge difference, and just even right now, like, it made a big difference. I can't explain it unless you go there. It's Harmony Park in Minnesota. You go there once, you're gonna be hooked for life. It's my favorite place ever. And then the following weekend after that, we went to the Dakota Access Pipeline just to kind of be there to protect the water and show our children, you know, that you really got to stand up for what's important to you. And I think water is a pretty important key to life. So we definitely did that. I'd like to go again, but it's getting cold. Don't really have like the funding just to drive up there all the time either, but I'm glad that we did go up there. If you could go up there, I think it's in like Cannonball, North Dakota. It's only 3 or 4 hours from here on, but I highly suggest you do. People are going up there for the entire winter to protect from the pipelines. I think they're starting them somewhere else now, which they're everywhere, obviously. But that's one thing we did. And this weekend, the kids had like a sleepover at their grandma's house. This is the first night we've been away from them in a really long time. And like, it was sad, honestly. Like, the whole summer, we had them the whole time, and so we're not used to really being away from them. We didn't know what to do. We kind of sat here in silence like the whole time. Not the whole time, most of the time. The girls, yes, they're back in school again. Marlena is doing first grade again this year. She loves her teacher. Kylie started kindergarten, and she has Marlena's old kindergarten teacher, which makes her more comfortable with going to school. And I think they're both doing a really good job. And like, I got to see, like, I'm happy they're both in the same school, because here and here on, like, Buchanan or whatever school, and like Jefferson and Madison, like all these different schools are all put into like grades. So like in one school they'll have kindergarten first, and the next school I don't know if they have like second and third, or I don't know what it is past that. But I'm happy that they're both in the same school, because Kaya is like she's shy at first, and Marlena will just straight run up to 40 kids and be like, "You guys are my friends." But Kaya's like, kind of walk around by herself until somebody comes up to her and like starts a conversation. So the other day it was really sad. I felt bad for a minute. Like, we went and dropped them off, and they went outside to the playground, and Marlena just took off, and Kai gave me like 50, 100 hugs, and she like just, I don't know, she just doesn't want to leave right away. She just wants to hug you, which I love. And I'm like, I'll hug you for 40 minutes if you want to. But anyways, her dad was like, okay, you gotta go outside. And it was just so sad, because she stuck her little hands in her pockets, and she was just walking so slow, and there was all these kids just zooming, just going crazy. And there was Kaya, just all slow and shy. And you could tell she's like looking around for her sister, and I was like, Dustin, go help her find her. And he was like, I'll be just as lost as she is. And he didn't know if he could go out there. But she disappeared in this big pile of running kids, and I was just like, it just made me feel bad. And Dustin left me there because he thinks we're ridiculous for staying in there too long, but I don't care. And then I was just about to turn around and leave, and then I see like Marlena and Kaya come out of this big pile of running kids like hand in hand, And it was so cute because Marlena walked around the playground and like showed her everything, and they held hands the whole time, so it's cute to see that even if they argue and fight over little things, I know they're always gonna have each other's back, and Marlena just cares about her so much, and Kylie will look for her like throughout the day, like in lunch and when they line up for recess, and I think it's just cute that they're together. So I'm happy that they're doing good in school. Like in the mornings when I go drop them off, there's a huge, like a gym full of kids, like all along the side. They all line up along the side of the walls. And I was so nervous to walk through them because you have to walk to the other side of the gym to drop off Kaya, and like halfway through to drop off Marlena. And I just feel like so much in the spotlight, and like I don't know what all the kids around are saying. I'm sure some of them are talking. But like one thing I've noticed this year, I don't know, nobody's saying anything to me so far, and no one's been being mean, and the girls say that people ask them what's wrong with my face or what happened, and they just tell them she has an AVM and she just had surgeries, and they're just like, oh, okay, like, and that's it. So I'm happy that that's going well, and I hope it does continue to, and I feel like with the continuing surgeries it's just going to keep getting better over time, so I'm just happy that it's going well so far, but that doesn't mean that I don't get nervous every time still. But I am very happy with how it's going. Dun, 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 dun. Last night I felt really bad. Like there's sometimes I guess I just feel guilty. Oh no, okay, last night, like obviously it was the weekend and we had so much fun together, and then I knew that today they had to go to school, and it's weird having them both in school. Like, at first it was hard to put Marlena in school, then it was hard to put Kai in school. And now they're just both in school, and it's like lonely and sad, and they're getting so big, and it's like, oh. But last night it just made me so sad that I literally cried, because it's just like, I knew this whole time, like, this summer, that it would be like the last time in a long time that I would get to have both my kids at home every day with us, and I don't know, like in a way it feels like selfish or something, that like when Dustin and the girls were reading books and playing games, or if they would just like go to the park or something, that I didn't really do it with them. I mean, I did do some stuff with them. I did a lot when I felt good. But I guess there were those times that they were just sitting on the floor and playing games, or reading books, or they went to the park, and I just laid in bed. Oh, I don't know why that makes me feel so bad, but it does. But then in the back of my head, I know that I feel like it was okay for me just to do nothing all summer. So I don't know why I feel so bad about it. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird, they're getting older and I miss them, I guess. I don't think I'll have any more babies though, because I don't think I'll ever be AVM free, and when you do have an AVM and you're pregnant, that makes it really complicated and really damn scary, so I don't want to risk it getting bigger and just growing out of control when I already have 2 children that need me. Anyway, I just wrote down some like random things. Yesterday I googled my name just because I know that they put out stories everywhere about me, like throughout the world, and you just never know what you're gonna find. So I googled my name. I think I normally put in like Jennifer Hiles balloons in head AVM surgery or something, because most of them will pop up somewhere along those lines. But one thing, like, me and Dustin were just realizing with the help of another video, like, the media just exaggerates the truth all the time, and like they stretch and say stuff to their story, like, to make it more interesting, which is just annoying, I think, because, you know, like, whatever stories they're sharing, like, I'm sure they're just fine the way they are. I don't feel like humans have to, like, exaggerate and make up stuff all the time to have a good story. Like, just say what it is, don't be all weird about stuff, I guess. But when I was doing that, I did see a picture of me, like, from a couple weeks before my surgery, and it made me sad, I guess. Like, it's weird, like, in a way, I, like, miss, like, I don't know if it's the person I was before, just the way I looked before, and it's weird because I know that the pinkness and stuff on my face is a horrible thing. Like, AVM is not something that you want, but it was the way that I was born, and I was used to looking like that, I guess. And honestly, like, weirdly, I was not totally upset with the way I looked. Like, I accepted the way I looked, and I guess the only thing I didn't like about it is the way everybody else would say, not everybody, the way some people would make me feel about the way I looked. I was comfortable with the way I looked, but I didn't like the way other people would make me feel sometimes. But when I looked at the picture, like, it really did make me kind of sad. And I guess I know that I was, like, not normal looking before, but I am really not that normal looking now. I think I saved the picture. I think I did. I put it on my Snapchat, so if you saw that, then it's there. It's just like, well, obviously I had the expanders in my head. You can't really see it that good because there's the glare. But I do miss it sometimes. I don't freaking know why. It's so weird. But there's two ways. Maybe, like, my face just relaxed or something, or it's not done yet, so I don't know how to say it. There's two ways to look at that, though. Like, I know one of it's just looks, which I guess you're always gonna kind of, like, maybe mourn something that you're used to having. And the other way to look at it is your health. So I am so happy that I'm more healthy than I was before. So happy. I'm very, very, very thankful about that. I'm just gonna say one thing now, but please don't feel bad if you said it before, because I know that you don't mean to make me feel bad. I know that you would never say it to make me feel bad, but I'm just gonna put it out there because it's what I kind of, it is what I feel. People are always saying that I look like a cat, and like, I get why you say that. Like, I do have the wide nose up here still, and like this darker line kind of is like a cat. I get it. I see it too. But it's not in any way like something that makes me happy when I hear it, you know? I guess I just don't want to hear it, really. Like, I even had people, like, at the Shangri-La thing I went to, there was a few ladies, and they were like, oh yeah, you look like a cat, and they all looked at me and just kind of laughed, and they were being nice, they're not being mean. Like, no, I don't feel like anybody who has said that to me is being mean. But I guess my mission is not to look like a cat. I just want to look normal. So, I guess I just don't like it. And I know I'm going to hear it like a million more times, and that's fine. I just have to tell people what I'm feeling. So that's one thing I'm feeling. Not a damn cat. Currently, like, one thing I'm trying to do in my life is try to figure out like which production company to go to. I have a few of them that want to work with me, and they are each offering different things, but it's hard to know exactly what they're offering. So I guess it's hard for me to know which one to settle with, which I need to decide really soon. I guess the things that I'm looking for in deciding is which option is going to help me reach more people, and which option is going to benefit my situation more, because I do need to make sure that, you know, I take care of my situation and like my problems. And I know they both kind of help you in different ways, and it's hard for them to tell you how. But, you know, I have a lot of surgeries to go through, and I'm gonna have to go back and forth the rest of my life. So, like, it is a really important thing that I just look at it in that aspect, and not which one would be funner, or, you know, I have to look out for me. I'm hoping to talk to people and decide today, so once I do figure that out, I'll definitely let you guys know. One thing I want to start doing is I'm going to try to get like a pass to a Norby Center today, or like a workout center. I guess I just feel like being healthy is super important to me, and I know like the last couple of months I've been less healthy than normal, but I want to get back up there, because I know like health isn't just a thing some people do. Like, it's literally everything. If you don't have your health, you don't really have anything. And food's not just something that you eat that like tastes good. It's literally building blocks for your body, and each thing has different important things that you need if you're eating the right things. And so I want to get back on track with just eating better than I have been. I still eat pretty good, but I want to eat better. And I have never been one to like really work out, I guess, like, but I feel like I want to do that for my body. I guess in a way I feel like there's not a whole lot I can do about my AVM, and that's the one thing I cannot undo myself. So I really just want to work with the rest of my body to make it as healthy as possible, and hopefully that, like, for surgeries, I guess, like, I always look at stuff like really extreme and then really low, and then I picture like a super unhealthy person going through surgeries all the time, and then like a really healthy person going through surgeries all the time, and it just makes more sense for me to try to be as healthy as I can if I'm gonna always be going through surgeries. I just feel like I need to do that for me and my kids, and I just want to be as healthy as I can possibly make myself be. Oh yeah, I watched a show the other day. It wasn't a show, it was just like a video through Facebook. I shared it as well on there. But the gist of it is that this couple had a baby, and they were told that the baby was gonna die, and everything in all the tests they did on these babies made it said, your baby's probably not gonna live for this, and you should prepare for your baby to die. But their faith in God, like, really just helped lift up mine so much. Um, I know doctors know how to do everything that's like humanly possible for you, but I guess the spirit, like, with spirit, nothing is impossible. Like, with God, nothing is impossible. So, I know that medically, anyway, they said that the baby was gonna die, and they just prayed and prayed and prayed, and like, she just knew like God was gonna cure her baby, and she just had that much faith, and her baby ended up like just snapping out of whatever was wrong with it. It had like a heart attack, and all this stuff just randomly happened to it, like all its organs were shutting down. But it just came back just like that after like 18 hours, I believe, of praying. And so that really taught me, and the other books I've read too, it wasn't just that one incident. Um, I know that my doctors told me that my AVM will never fully go away and that I will always have to live with it the rest of my life. But that's only from a medical standpoint. Like, that's only what is humanly possible to do. And it just gave me like so much faith that it is possible that someday I could be AVN free. And, I guess whatever God has in his will for me will be, and that's okay, whatever it is. But I will never, I guess, stop praying that it could happen. And I do believe it could happen. I believe in miracles greatly. And I believe in the power of prayer as well. So if you have anything that you just feel like isn't going to happen, or there's no way possible, just know that impossible things, like things that are impossible for humans, like, it's not impossible for God. So just always pray and always just have faith. One cool thing, we went to the Dakota Access Pipeline, and there was a sweat lodge there, of course. And my brother and Dustin just really prayed for me with my AVM, and it was crazy because, like, this side completely went down by the next morning. This side's still big, but this side went down. I was like, what? It was so great, just overnight. Thank you guys for that. Okay. I guess everyone sees me, or they always tell me like, well, you're so positive, and we look up to you because you're so positive, and they just say really great things, and thank you for that. I'm glad you guys get something out of my positivity. But I am human, and I guess sometimes I feel bad sharing my, not negative, but like my hard, or like my struggling thoughts, I guess. But trying to be as honest as possible here with this whole situation. The other day, I just caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror while I was sitting there, and I instantly felt bad for my husband. Like sometimes I wonder, or I feel like if he feels obligated to stay with me through like all of everything. And I know that he don't make me feel like that. I don't think he does make me feel like that. I think it's just me. I guess everyone has insecurities, and they always just tell themselves that. Tell themselves something. And I know other people have thought it too because I've read it. I don't know. Like, I know it would be so easy for him to find, like a carefree, healthy, like, beautiful woman to be with. And I don't know. I guess I just struggle with that a lot. I guess honestly I just need to find a way to convince myself that like I am enough. I know I really have a hard time with doing that. I just want to feel like and be 100% myself and like just feel good about that. And not feel like I would have to like change for anyone or like be more than what I am. I'm sorry. But there's that one quote, and I don't know exactly how it goes, but I wrote it down. It says, "Some people will never fully like you no matter what you do, but others will always like you and accept you no matter what you do, and you can't do anything to change that." And I like that. I don't know, I guess it is hard, like, when you have problems, like, wrong with you, and you see somebody else, like, so healthy, and know that they could, like, literally do anything. I guess, like, sometimes I just feel like I hold people back. And that's hard. I guess I hope that, like, someday I don't feel like that. And, like, my kids, the other day in the car, I looked back and I instantly felt sadness, because I know my condition, it just doesn't just affect me. And it's already been almost a month. It's been like 3 weeks since we've been back. And I only get 3 months until I have to go back again. And I don't know, I just looked at them and then I know I only have this much time and then I'll go back. And I won't even be back that long. Like, I think I'll only be there for like a week or two. But it just like hit me that, I won't only have to go back for a year. Like, it's gonna be a forever thing. Like, I'm always gonna have to go back, most likely, And it's just scary. And I know, like, Dr. Wayner, like, I loved when he said it because it made me feel so good when I saw it on the little video thing. But he said before I was in harm's way, and he really did take me out of that. Like, right now, I don't really have a risk of hemorrhaging or anything, and then I just felt so protected and so good. But I know that realistically, I'm going to have surgeries for the rest of my life, and with a surgery, like, you like risk your life every time you go in there. And I guess I'm like a part of AVM websites and stuff, and I know that it's possible to have a stroke, and just I know I see what's possible through going through all these embolizations and just going through surgeries. I know that bad things can happen, and then I can't help but think like so many things. Like, I'm gonna have so many surgeries. Like, It just feels like it ups the chances of something bad happening, and I just don't want to leave this earth like sooner because of it. I want to be here with my kids like throughout my whole life, throughout their whole life. I want to see them go through school. I want to help them with their spelling. I want to watch them turn 18 and get a boyfriend and get married and have kids and see what they want to do. Like Marlena wants to be a scientist and give free vegan ice cream out to people in New York. Like, I just want to see what they actually, like, I want to see the beautiful people that they grow up to be. And, you know, it's hard. Like, I know that things are going in the right direction, but that doesn't mean it's not hard. It's not easy, that's for sure. I'm not trying to make you feel bad for me. Please don't feel bad. I know, like, people always say that they, you know, they're like, oh, that poor girl, or I feel bad for her. Please don't feel bad. Yes, I'm just sharing just to be honest, and I don't know. I do know that every person's journey is different. Not each person has to go through different things, and this is just the journey that God chose for me. And that's okay. Like, I'm gonna make it. Like, whatever I'm supposed to do, I'm gonna make it. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay one way or another, I think. Ooh. Sorry. My brother. I've been spending a lot of time with my brother since I've been back. I think that was the longest I ever been away from him, when I was in New York. And I told him, I said, I already knew this, kind of, but I said, I know one thing's for sure, and that's that I don't think that this life was meant to be lived so far away from you. Like, I missed him so much. And it's not that I didn't miss my other siblings, because I always miss them as well. I've just never really been away from my brother. We've always been, like, in the same area, and it's just been nice hanging out with him and talking to him. I love talking to him. Like, I could tell him anything, and he just doesn't judge me, and he just unconditionally, like, he loves me, like, no matter what. He's a good person. And I'm happy he's my brother, and I'm happy he's my friend. I'm happy he's here. I'm happy to be back with them, and he's got a great family. It's pretty much who we hang out with here. It's him and his girlfriend Sierra. Ember, he's like 4, and then Enlil, he was born the first surgery I had in New York, so I got to meet him when he's like 4 months old, and he loves me already. We're buds. But thank you, Vinny, for being there for me. Love you. Oh yeah, people everywhere I go continue to come up to me and tell me, like, how my story affects them, and it really makes me grateful that I found the courage to do it, because I don't even know how I'm doing this right now, because I'm so damn shy, but I'm glad that I am. I'm glad that I started doing it. Yeah, I have, like, this is crazy. There's like 11,000 of you people on here following my story, and that's just crazy to me. Like, I don't think it's real. Like, maybe YouTube's numbers are off. I'm just kidding. And then I have about that many people on my Facebook too, so it's really nice that that many people are being reached, and that many people are getting to know about AVM, and hopefully If it helps somebody, if you find out and you tell somebody else and it helps them, please tell me. I would love to know about that. You guys really, just by supporting me and helping me, you guys help me out so much. Like, just to come on here and kind of let things out at a cry fest for a minute. I'm sorry about that. But it is nice to like release my feelings and thoughts. Thanks for listening and just letting me get them out. Anyway, about how people recognize me wherever I go, like, sometimes I am socially awkward, like, so bad. Like, I don't know how to keep a conversation going, which you probably can't believe because I just never stop talking. But in real life, I'm horrible. Like, even with some of my family members, or like, if we're friends, but like I'm awkward, is because I just don't know you good enough yet. But then like random people out there, sometimes I know, like I'll have a conversation with someone and be like, wow, I really killed that one, like I did a great job. But the next one, I just won't know what to say. And it like, there's a wall, like I say something and then they say something, then I'm supposed to say something and I'm like, hey Kaya, blah blah blah. And it's I feel like I'm not intentionally trying to do it, but I like cut them off. And I know it looks really rude. But sometimes I'm just awkward and I'm sorry. Super, super sorry. I guess before I would always be kind of worrying or wondering like what people were thinking about me, and that would take up so much of my mind that I really didn't know what to say back or even be thinking about what to say back. But now I don't have to wonder what people are thinking about me because they just straight come up to me and tell me. So that's cool. I like that. But it doesn't mean that I have learned how to have conversation yet. But keep testing me and coming up, and eventually practice makes perfect, right? I'll get better. Sorry if you're one of those people that you think I blew you off. I totally didn't mean to. Try to talk to me again. People always ask how my face feels. Ew. The biggest part that bothers me is this right here, like my lip, because if you remember, they cut this whole section out and then pulled it together so you could feel the stitches inside and out. And my lip doesn't move up, but it's stuck, like right there. And it's hard to move, and like if I touch it, it's like painful, and it's still pretty like numbish. But when you touch it, it's like painful, and now it's gonna get itchy and annoying. But then the AVM in my nose, and like that just hurts. And it's like right there. And it makes my nose like itch and tickle all the time. So I feel like I'm consistently trying to pick my nose. It's like what I spend my day doing. Because it's like not normal nose in there, you know, like it's hard. And when something's on it, it drives me crazy. So, but then I also wonder, like, since it's like kind of numb here, you know, I'm always really nervous and like checking my nose because one day like my nose was running and I couldn't even feel it until it like hit my lip. I'm like, ew, what's that? It was like all over. So I'm always nervous that there's something right there that I can't feel. You see it? Something coming down my nose, you need to tell me. Don't let me walk around like that. I left my cacao butter in New York. I left a lot of things in New York. But that made my face feel so good, especially over here, which is really just dry and so I had to order some more off the internet. I haven't been putting anything on it except for frankincense. essence. I don't know how to say it. It's an essential oil. I put that on. I try to put it on before I go to bed. I forget a lot. But that's supposed to really help just with the scarring and stuff. And I really need to keep up on that. Has anybody had like actual scarring that they've reversed? Because I was wondering if like the cocoa butter and the oils and the coconut oil, does all that stuff just like help stop the scar as it's forming? Like not let it happen? Or does it actually reverse it? Either way, it makes it feel good, so I'm gonna keep doing it. But I was just wondering about that. Sometimes it feels like I'm getting stabbed like an inch or two deep in my skin. The top of my ear or like my ear in general, like it's cut all the way around. So like the other day, it felt like this whole piece got slammed in a car door just out of nowhere. It didn't last for very long, but just like random pains like that. And then like my itchy head, like I'm always itching and doing stuff. Don't have bugs or anything. My head's just like really messed up from nerves. It's just annoying. And it's like, I don't even know. I just realized I had stitches there before. And I've been picking at this the whole time because it's all bumpy and I'm wondering what it is. And I can't feel it, so I'll like pick it until like it bleeds. I'm bad at that. I just realized I had stitches there. That's what it is. And I don't know. My head feels kind of weird some places. Like bumpy. It's okay. Turn around. Sometimes when I stretch my rib, it does get... I don't know. It must be like the muscles or something in it. I'll kind of pull them because I know they had to cut all my muscles open to get that rib cartilage out. I always forget that until I stretch and I'm like, ugh, but it's not so bad unless I forget. And yes, I still have the rib cartilage up here in my head, saving it in case he needs it later on. Oh yeah, my nose, I can't close it anymore because it's like held open right here. I wish you guys could feel my nose, it's so crazy. Justin and I were wondering how much my nose would actually be worth, like full cost, if I had to pay like full cost of everything. Like what's the dollar amount on this baby right here? Dr. Kosh, what is it? I'm gonna ask him. People always ask me if I'm happy I had my surgeries because I know I'll say some things that like make me seem not happy or sad or whatever I come across as. But the answer is yes. I am so very, very, very happy and so thankful that I've had these surgeries because the main thing is health. Like, I want to be healthy. I just want to be able to live my life and be here with my family, you know? So yes, I'm very, very happy about my surgeries. I know a lot has gone wrong, but you just gotta stop and think about how much has really gone right, and that's a lot of right things, so definitely going in the right direction. Sometimes we take a couple steps back, and that's okay, because I'm not gonna stop keeping steps forward. I have to keep going on. Yes, I'm just so happy for, like, everything. Like, you guys, and God for answering prayers, and Dr. Wayner, and Dr. Kosh, and Dr. Ortiz, and my family, just literally everybody. You guys have helped me get so far, and if I had to go back and do it all over again, I definitely would. Like, there's no doubt about that. I am happy with everything, and I know it's just gonna keep getting better. We're far from done. It'll just keep getting better. Again, everyone's always like, what do you have left to do? They're gonna be removing scars, doing laser surgeries, thinning my nose, They gotta take all my top teeth out and give me a denture. Embolizations for like ever, and if something gets all crazy, they can remove it. Dr. Wayner can remove it. And, you know, I'm sure there's stuff that's gonna happen that I can't even tell you about because AVMs are just so unpredictable and you never know how they're gonna grow back or what's gonna happen, really. You know, just like my lip getting all really big and long and just super intensely swollen. Like, we weren't expecting that, so them cutting out that huge chunk of my lip just, you know, just like Dr. Maynard said, like, things could happen, but we'll cross each bridge together when it comes to it. So I guess I just try not to worry about those things because I don't even know what the hell they are. And Chantel told me if I worry, it's like standing outside with an umbrella and I don't even know if it's gonna rain. Just true. Oh yeah, I am happy. Like I really am happy. I think I'm a happier person now, like for the most part. And of course I have hard times, but like who doesn't? I'm just thankful for my life, for my girls. I feel like I laugh more, I dance more. I feel like I listen more. I definitely pray more. There's so much BS. I just try to dodge it. Like I don't really feel like I have time for it. Not that I ever did before, but it's just like so pointless and ridiculous. And of course I have my human times where I suck too. But for the most part I just want to not be about that. Life's too short for crap. Sometimes I feel like God is like testing me super hard. You know, with just like rude, mouthy people and just craziness. Testing my faith, testing my patience, but I guess life is full of all these tests and we just gotta try to do our best to get through them. Yeah, people always say how strong I am, and they say that they could never go through what I have went through, but I disagree. I think that if anyone was faced with the options that I have, they would definitely do what I am doing. Basically because the other option just sucks, like, completely. The other option is just horrible. It would be like bleeding, hemorrhaging, like death. Like that's not fun. That's scary as hell. So doing nothing and not having these surgeries would be way harder and way scarier than actually getting help. So like before I didn't know if a simple headache or a nosebleed would like turn into a hemorrhage and cost me my life. So I think if you were given those options, you would definitely just do what you have to do. I don't feel like a special person for doing it. I mean, I'm just doing what I have to do, you know? One thing that I laugh at sometimes is when people say God only gives you what you can handle. That always makes me giggle, because God, like, right off the bat, must have decided that I'm, like, a complete badass. Like, 3 months old, he's like, she's got it. It's just funny. Because sometimes I really wish that he would realize that I'm like this big giant baby and I'm not even that strong. Maybe give me a little break. God. Just kidding. But it's funny, because that's a lot of stuff to handle for a person. But I mean, I can handle it. I guess, in reality, it's like the only thing I've ever known my whole life. And I don't know. I guess now it's obviously harder than it's ever been before, just because I'm actually facing it. And I'm old enough to, like, know what I'm going through and to know the ifs and buts and all that kind of stuff. So I guess when I was younger, it was probably just harder for my parents, because it just was what it was for me. Wasn't a big thing, I guess, until I start getting older. Like I said, everyone has their own journey, and I'm just happy to be here with mine. I think I might be done with you guys. I thought I had more, but I don't think I did. Uh-oh. I just went through the same 4 pieces of paper like 15 times because I lack sleep. Anyway, like, I was just thinking about how my life would be if I didn't have any of these surgeries. Like, literally, I started, not this summer, but last summer, July 14th, 2015, was my first embolization, and it was the first time I'd seen Dr. Wayner since I was a teenager. And before that, I was really just bleeding, like, from my teeth like crazy, and my tooth was so loose, and if it would have fallen out, like, I literally could have bled to death. And, like, the nosebleeds and the headaches, I had, like, a artery thing right here. If you remember, my AVM was all right here, but it was just pounding, and there were times where it would hurt so bad that I literally felt like it was gonna explode, and you know, that was a very possible thing. So I guess I really just lived in fear, but I accepted it. But that didn't mean that it wasn't scary, or it just was not fun. And I've came so far, and I'm so happy that I'm not in that position anymore. Like, I'm still in a position, but I'm not in that position, and I'm very, very thankful for that. I could have very well hemorrhaged by now. I could have had my tooth fall out. I don't even know how that thing was holding on. And it's still holding on, but I feel like since I've had my embolizations, and they have helped my gums a lot. They've become stronger somehow. Probably just because of the lack of all that consistent, like, blood flow going through there. I'm just so happy that I've had all the surgeries that I've had, and all the support that I do have, and just thank you guys for everything, because I can't even, just to think of where I would be right now if I didn't have that one day of posting my GoFundMe page. Like, where would I be at now? And that's just scary to think about. If you're in a situation that you need help, like, don't feel afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to reach out, because there are a lot of amazing people out there. And, like, pray, like, definitely pray. I don't feel like anything would have happened with my situation without prayer, without God. So if you have something wrong with you, don't keep it to yourself. Just reach out, help, ask for help, pray, you'll get there. But that's it. If you guys have any questions, or if you have anything you would like to hear about, just please comment below. I try to read all the comments, and if there's a question, I definitely try to answer it, or I could write them down and answer them in the next video. Anything you guys want to know, just put it down there, and please check out my GoFundMe page if you haven't yet, and share it on your Facebook pages if you can, and just simply ask people to share it as well. That would help out more than you even know. But I'll make another video here soon. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope everybody has a really good day.